conditions are just not letting up in South Carolina, right? You're looking live here at Isles of Palm, South Carolina, as we speak. And look at those winds, the rain, and the whole kit and caboodle, right? Mayor of Folly Beach, South Carolina, Tim Goodwin, joins us now. Tim, great to see you. Thank you so much for just a few moments of your time with us. And let us know, how are conditions where you are in Folly Beach right now?
Well, they are raining, gusty winds, and some local coastal flooding as the tide has crest and now starts to go back out. What we do is we close off roads that are flooded as well as we can, but people need to understand driving through water is very hazardous when you don't know the depth of it and how fast a small car especially can become a floating hazard for you moving at a high rate of speed. So hydroplaning and that kind of stuff is really a concern. But the high tide yesterday was bad. But as you said before, the tides come in, the tides go out, and you have to learn patience when you live on the coast. But these northeast winds kind of hold the tides up, so it takes a little bit longer than normal for them to go out and dissipate.
Yeah, and I've been to Folly Beach a couple of different times. I'm curious, there's that main drag that you guys have. I think it's at Ashley Avenue that you have there, and you also like right on the water there. Is it Atlantic Avenue? Does that flood too, since it's so close to the coast?
It's Arctic Avenue,
Arctic Avenue,
yeah, we have pockets that flooded just because of the rise and fall of the road and the dips following when they put the road in, following the natural topography of the road and the land. So as those pockets develop, we try, once the tide goes out, we try to pump out some of that to make the roadways passable. But everybody has to understand, whether you're a visitor or you live here, as y'all said many times before, the tide comes in and it's high tide and these northeast winds hold it up. And there's just nowhere to pump the water to, whether you're in Folly Beach, Isle of Palms, or Charleston, South Carolina. When you pump it out into the marsh and into the ocean, it just comes right back.
And let me ask you, one thing that a lot of folks have been talking about is just the erosion factor. We were looking at shots from Buxton, which are just incredible to see. What is the concern level for erosion with this storm in Folly Beach?
Well, the concern level for erosion is always there with every storm, but these storms that start up and hang around for a while are the worst. It creates a lot of wave erosion, a lot of wind erosion, and it creates a lot of hazardous times that some people want to get into the water, and the rip currents and stuff are really bad. But when all this storm gets by us and we have a day of sunshine, we can see how much erosion it is. Of course, we do a lot of beach renourishment and work for coastal flooding and try to maintain the beach as best we can, but you can't beat Mother Nature.
No, you can't. Mother Nature will always win, that is for sure. All right, last word here, Mayor, is for friends and family that live in Folly Beach, and then more importantly, perhaps for folks that are vacationing in beautiful Folly Beach. By the way, I love the shots that you can get underneath your pier, the Folly Beach Pier. What is your messaging to them as this nor'easter gets dangerously close to your area?
The best thing you can do is stay inside, stay warm and dry, and enjoy the Fox channel.
Tim, I like your words, that's for sure. We'll, of course, be tracking this not only through Folly Beach, but the entire Carolina coastline and eventually into the Northeast as well. Mayor of Folly Beach, South Carolina, Tim Goodwin. Tim, good to be with you, and thank you so much for your time and for your expertise and insight this Saturday. We appreciate it.
Thank you for all y'all's hard work.
Absolutely. Well, coming up